Yo, what's good? We back in this bitch. And we about to react to disgusting 22-year-old pedophile cries on call. I'm fine as a motherfucker. We about to get into the shit. Let's go ahead.
In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the most desperate, sad predator I've ever seen, and the first one I've ever called. This predator, found an XYZ hangout vibe place, is a 22-year-old man preying on what he thought was a 15-year-old girl, saying not-so-family-friendly things to her. And when questioned on call, he started playing the victim and cried, like they all do. But anyway, before I show you what exactly he said, and well, what he wanted to do, I should probably explain to you how we got here. So you remember the last video? In the last video I mentioned that we caught 3 different predators in one server. This is the second one we caught. The story goes the exact same. I was showing Jameser this horrible game until somebody in the chat messaged ABC if you want to do it IRL, and I got caught up in that. Still, just like the last video, that's not the person we're talking about today. During the time I was questioning that guy for what he was saying in the chat, somebody else in the call got messaged by a guy named Neutrally Sweet. This is the pedophile we're talking about today. So during this time, I was pretty unaware of what was being said, but luckily the person who was getting messaged took some screenshots. I would have to assume it started off pretty normal, but at some point it obviously turned weird, because the first messages I see from this guy in the screenshots are him saying, "Pats your head, you're a good girl, aren't you? Pats more."
Nah, his ass
in the
is
next
disco,
screenshot, they seem
I
to
ain't
be
gonna
talking
lie.
about
Get your
something
freaky ass
cool, with
on.
him saying, "I just want to talk to you, if that's okay," with the decoy account agreeing that they should just talk. But then he says, "Unless you want to do that, winky face."
Oh, hell
but in
no.
the end just says they should just talk. In this next screenshot, you can see the decoy account say their age is 14, so he knows exactly what he's doing from this point on. He responds to finding out she's 14 by saying, "Let me treat you like a little girl then. I always want to take care of little girl." Sadly, the one thing they forgot to screenshot was him saying his age, but don't worry,
Yo,
he
his
himself
ass
says he's
is
22 on call.
on some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie.
22.
Anyway,
Oh,
after
yeah.
a little bit
Cut.
of talking, they moved
Pack
to
'em
Discord.
up.
These
GGs.
messages span around 2 to 3 days, so I'll be starting with day 1. Once again, I'm missing the start of the messages because not all of them were screenshot before the person getting messaged by this guy blocked him, which you can't really blame them. And again, I'm assuming it started off partially normal, but it quickly devolves into what I'm about to show you right now. On to the messages. It starts off mid-conversation with the predator saying, "And now I'm feeling sad," with the decoy account messaging back, "Oh, I'm so sorry for that. How can I make you feel better? You can make me feel better? Yeah, like I can draw." But the thinks totally different than drawing, with the next thing he says being, "Are you taken by any chance?" And then the screenshot gets cut off with the last message being from the decoy saying, "No, why?" But I have a feeling I know why, because in the next screenshot, a bit farther into the conversation, he says, "Actually, I'm in love already. Be my girlfriend." Very desperate. The decoy rightly said, "What?" And he just puts a little face. They then move on with the predator showing a picture of a little plush. The decoy says, "I want it," and the weird fucking predator says, "Haha, I'll spoil you lots then someday, if we're finally official, but we need to know each other first." And the decoy responds with, "Oh." But of course, the predator is already going against what he just said. "But I don't mind if we hop in and just see where the relationship goes," and sends another picture of a plush. Then, just a few minutes later, says this,
Yo,
"I know where our
background
first date would
music
be,
is so
the toy
fire,
store." Ugh. And he also mentions that there's a Mix-U near his place, and he says that they should have a date there too, then suggests they draw their date. So one thing they had in common is that they both like to draw, so they start drawing together, and he actually does draw the date, but he also draws something a lot worse. He drew this, which I'm not gonna unblur, but to put it bluntly, it's a drawing of him off, which he himself says after the decoy questioned him about it. Just a bit later, after the drawing, he asked the decoy if they're confident to face reveal, which obviously the decoy responds with, "Not yet, sorry, because it's been like an hour." But then they came to a deal where the predator would send a picture of himself today, while the decoy would send a picture the next day, which the decoy, once again, obviously didn't. So this is him. I'm not gonna fully unblur this because I've had videos in the past falsely taken down because I've had bad people's faces in it and they complained to YouTube. I just want to point out how desperate this guy is. In the first hour to an hour and a half, he says he's in love with her and sends pictures of himself. But guess what? He also sends pictures of a landmark nearby, which I reverse searched and found exactly where it was taken via Google Maps, but also a picture showing the outside of his house. His name is also Jason, by the way. After all that, they start wrapping up the conversation with the decoy saying that they have to go study. Quick bonus screenshot. I have no idea where this goes in the conversation, but he messaged a 15-year-old, please let me have sex. On to day 2.
What the fuck? Pack it up.
Fun fact,
Pack
day
it
2
up.
is also the call day because the person getting messaged by this guy, did not want to message him anymore because he said some horrible, disgusting things. It starts off with the predator saying how much he was thinking about the decoy since they left, and how he was thinking about places they could go on dates, like aquariums and gardens. He then asks, when do you want to go on a date? Which the decoy replied with, tomorrow. That's so long! Then the decoy says they were about to go have a shower, and the predator says something nobody was expecting. Can I join? And the decoy just ignores him and comes back a bit later saying,
creep,
sorry,
bro.
I was showering. And of course, the pedo says, without me? Me sad. Fucking weirdo. The decoy
his ass is
says,
weird
I'm
as fuck.
sorry. And the pedo replies with, I forgive you. Come here. Let daddy give
Let
kisses.
daddy.
I'm not
Oh,
reading
hell
that on this
no.
part. He also
His
once
ass
again
so
sends,
weird,
I guess, a
bro.
video of a part of his city
Freaky
saying it
ass.
would be a good place to have a date.
That's a
The
freak.
decoy then asks, would you ever want to meet up where I am? What would we do, too? Pedo says, yes, I would. If you ever come to my place first and explore the city, then I'll gladly come to yours. The decoy says, yay, and once again asks what they would do. The predator says, holding hands, shopping, and walking together. The decoy then asks, where would I stay, though? And like a predator would, he says, we could stay in a hotel if you'd like. The decoy then suggests they could go back to his place, unless he only has one bed, and the predator replies with, if you're comfortable, my bed is enough for both of us, if you like some cuddle sessions with me, and spooning too if you like. Then right away jumps to, we can do unholy things together. Like what? Deep French kissing and foreplay. Remember, he's 22 and the decoy is 14. The decoy asks then after it, and this disgusting freak says, maybe some pet. I'll go very rough on you. I'll
What
go on
the
top of
fuck?
you and roll you like crazy. This is
Oh,
where we stopped
no.
it. The decoy said they had a friend that they wanted to introduce to him in a call. That friend being me, ready to question him with all the info we have gathered. He agreed, so the decoy made a group chat and we called him. So, during this call, I will be questioning him for his actions and what he's been saying to the decoy. This was all recorded at 1 a.m., so don't blame me if I miss some stuff. Here's the full call. Hope you enjoy.
Hello?
Yo, man. James from Malaysia. I have some questions for you about the messages you were sending to the decoy.
Yeah?
You know what you were doing is illegal, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask why you were so quick to pursue a relationship with her, knowing that she was 14 and you were 22?
I don't even know.
Like, imagine, like, if you had a little sister that was getting messaged in these types of ways by a 22-year-old at 14, how would you feel? Because you know what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
At some point, at the end here, you're talking about meeting up and having sex with her. Now that's a totally different level from what you were messaging earlier, but you were still saying lots of weird shit earlier, like how you wanted to kiss her, how you wanted to shower with her. Like, can I ask why you were saying those things?
I have nothing to say.
So, what would your parents think if they knew you were doing this?
They'll probably be ashamed about what I'm doing.
I feel like a lot of people would be ashamed. So how did you meet with the decoy again?
I don't remember, honestly. I was at the Capitol during that time, and I don't really recall much during that day because during that time I wasn't big good.
From what I remember, you were in a vibe game, and then you guys started chatting, and then it turned into an hour later you asking her to be your girlfriend, even though you knew she was 14.
Oh.
Can I ask why you're so desperate to do that?
I lost my partner like months ago. I lost my partner, and I just feel lonely.
Well, I
I
don't
know
think...
that I know you don't care about it, which is why I'm talking to you about this right now. But I know it doesn't justify what I'm doing.
Yeah, you would agree that Roblox isn't the best place to go for a relationship, right? Especially with a 14-year-old.
I get it, but I have no other option left in me.
No, you have plenty of options, and a big option is not looking on Roblox. First of all, like 40% of the users on Roblox are under 13, so why would you think, like, in any way that'd be a good idea to go over there? Here, I have a question. Have you done this before?
No, just I'm when I'm wrong, and I'm sorry. I just don't know what I'm feeling anymore. at this point. I mean, I've been dealing with a lot during the couple of weeks. I deal with family
No one
issues
cares,
and
bro.
other things in life, and now everyone seems like they just all hate me. And now
Yeah,
I'm
'cause you're a
dealing with
pedophile,
this
bro.
right
Pack it
now.
up.
I don't know how much I can handle in life. I just need someone to talk to.
Well, yeah, you can try a therapist.
I cannot afford it. How do you expect me to get this
Too bad,
therapist
bro.
as if like you think it's so easy to get one?
Well, you have anybody else you could talk to, like a parent or a friend?
No, I, they all my dad's being with his friends. My brother's in college. I'm basically alone at my home in this dark room that I'm in right now. I get it's wrong. I know I did something that's beyond terrible, traumatizing to a kid, but I know it's not justifiable.
Do you think somebody else who's also done the same thing as you should be in jail?
Yeah, and I kind of deserve that.
Can I ask you, were you actually gonna go through with meeting up and having sex with a 14-year-old?
No.
You know I can't take your word for that though.
You treat people like me like I'm not human anymore. People that do something like this. I know this because I know people treat that. I know that if I treat like this,
Bro,
I
what
know
the
that I'm
fuck
not
is he
human. I
saying,
know
bro?
this. I saw people in the internet act like this, and I know that. I know people who hate me. People who hate me.
Well, it's
Yeah.
never too late to try to get help, but you still understand it's too far to do this.
Well, do? What can I even do at this point?
Yeah, if I were you, I would delete Discord, delete Roblox, and just take quite a while outside. And we will be trying to forward all of what we have to the police, by the way, because we do have everything recorded and saved.
I don't have any financial. I have been skipping work for weeks now since that day, since the day that she left. I
Work.
haven't been out. I've been logging myself. I probably haven't showered. I probably haven't eaten yet.
Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to delete Discord. I want you to delete Roblox. I want you to delete any other socials where you can get in contact, and then do this again because you're obviously very desperate after the breakup and so very like quickly to send pictures of where you live, which is never a smart thing to do online. And I want you to actually try to get some help and go outside. Like with this morning, you gotta take a shower and go into work. Like you know it's hard for me to like feel any emotion towards what you're saying when you've just said all of this to what you thought was a year-old.
I get it. You don't have to be sympathized for me.
Right here, I cut around 5 minutes of him playing the victim, since you guys have already seen enough of that, I'm guessing. Anyway, back to the call.
You really don't have to. Once I've done something like this, I'm automatically become a bad person already. Yeah, and you know this. Everyone knows this. Even that guy, whoever this guy is. What's your name?
Strepple.
It's Ramo. Nice to meet you. My name's Jason.
Jason. Alright, guess I got your name wrong, my bad.
Oh, well, yeah, you call me James for some reason.
Yeah. Real quick, I got a question. What exactly, were you, drawing in this picture right here? What is that?
Just me.
You what?
I'm stupid. What am I doing? Are you guys like YouTubers or something?
Maybe. Doesn't really matter, does it?
You
But yeah, I just want to ask one more time, what were you drawing in that picture?
I was basically just drawing myself masturbating.
Also say that you were doing it in front of her?
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to question me?
No, not that I can think of right now. You're gonna delete your socials, right? I obviously can't take your word for that, but...
I promise that I'll try my best not to do something like this, but I don't know how to find help. That's the issue right now.
There's no trying your best and doing this again. I've got a few questions. I just want to confirm before we leave here, because I feel like we've asked everything we needed to ask right now. How old are you?
I'm 22.
We will be trying to forward all of this to the police, and yeah, anything you'd want to say for yourself right now?
I wish you could guys stay with me for a bit. I just need someone to talk with for a while. Any one of you.
Hell no.
Especially you. What's your name again? What the guy with the...
Me? Yeah, no, I will be getting off pretty shortly here, so I won't be able to stay to talk to you. Happy that's over. We can't take the predator's word that he's deleted all of his socials and gotten better, but I do have some hope, since it shows that his account hasn't been online since November 8th, over 70 days ago. But he also could have very easily made a new account and made an actual victim during this time. Roblox is a infested platform. I've said this many times before, and if Roblox truly cares about child safety, they should do fucking more. But yeah, that was the most desperate, sad victim playing yet. Maybe he got better, maybe he didn't, and sadly I don't think the police care over there. Thank you to my channel members and my boosters.
This shit was
Follow my
fire,
Twitter,
bro.
join
Shout
my
out.
Discord, and
Shout out to Swerple. This shit was fire. Shout out to Swerple, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That dude sound like a mad pussy, bro. Like he had no testosterone. Bro, that's just what it is nowadays, bro. Predators and shit like that, bro. They're just like one of the lamest, down, like, bottom of the barrel people, bro. It's crazy. Hey, but I appreciate y'all watching. Love y'all. God bless. Y'all have a safe one.